Well,
I must start wearing my hat, folks, again. I will.
you reckon?
Huh?
I reckon.
I have to start wearing my hat again. I just feel so left out.
Hush, man, what? No, I know that.
What?
Okay. She said we wasn't on Channel 12, and we already know that, so
I know that.
carry on there. You gonna wear your hat?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a hat. I'm just don't feel right being left out and sitting here with my
You
bald
can't be a
head.
blues brother without a hat.
No, we can't, or the men in black, either one.
Yeah.
We'll remedy that problem next week. And we're going to do a little talking tonight, folks, maybe about the political races around the city, around the county, around the state, and around the nation. You just can't ever tell what we might come up with.
I'm just going to listen. I'll do the commercials and you do the talking.
In other words, you want me to get in trouble.
Yeah, I done been there once. Went and got my new eye checked out.
Did you? How is it?
They said if I could get a quick looking over yonder, it'd be all right.
It
no.
was.
Said it was this fine.
Did you quit looking where?
Said if I quit looking over yonder, it'd be all right.
In other words, you know whether you're going where you're looking or whether you're looking where you're going. Probably we run into. And I believe we're just about getting ready to witness Digger Wilson's culinary art. And also his ability to pack all that propane into a cylinder, which is very unusual.
Yeah, it is. Been a long day. Five 6254444.
All your propane needs.
Down there in the middle of the road, Conville Holler.
Right.
Digger
Well,
Wilson.
folks, welcome to the Wednesday night television edition of UG TV. We're just real pleased to have Stevie Wonder sitting here on my right.
Not only about know who I am.
That's Stevie Wonder, folks. If you're not exactly sure who's sitting here.
I could sing like him. I wouldn't be sitting here.
We want to welcome you tonight. This is our Wednesday night edition. We're on the internet at UGTV or lafolic.com, lafolicnews.com. You can get us there through the link. And we're just tickled to death to be here tonight.
Yeah, we are.
And tonight, hopefully, we may come up with some of the solutions to the world problems that we're facing.
Bob's going to solve the problems, and I'm going to do the commercial.
Right, okay. So I don't know whether I can solve any problems. You know, everybody in this country is a bona fide expert at defining the problem. We have any trouble defining the problem, tell them what the problem is. But there's not too many people that have any solution to the problems, you know.
We have to do something about this sleep-deprived people around here.
Well,
and I'm one of them.
I don't know what to do about that. Maybe a little cold water in the face or something like that might work. But, you know, we have an awful lot of problems in this country to be solved. I think we have most of them identified, but we certainly are in need of some answers to some of the problems we have. And I think a great many of them boil down to the fact that this country has gone downhill.
It started about 7 years ago.
Fast here in the past 4 years, but even before that, maybe them 8 years before that, we started our decline. And it's true on a national basis as far as our federal government is concerned. It's true as far as the state government is concerned, the county government, and it's true as far as your own personal lives is concerned. And there's one axiom that I'd like to bring to your attention, and that is you cannot borrow yourself out of debt. Is that kind of true?
Yes, sir. I've been trying to do that for a long time, and it ain't worked yet.
Well, yeah, unless you get...
there's a commercial that I hear on Sirius Radio, and it's for a someplace where you borrow money over the phone. You borrow up to $10,000, and it's run by some Indian out on the Indian reservation out west somewhere, so that it's under some different.
So you do what? You borrow what?
You can borrow money.
Okay.
Like a payday loan, it's one of their high interest things.
Right.
I went on their website to see what the trick was, and you can borrow up to $10,000, and you can set it up on a payment plan. Of course, you can pay it off early if you want to, but the interest keeps accumulating. You know how much a $10,000 loan will cost you if you pay it back on payments like they set them up?
Yeah, how much are they paying?
Well, if I told you that, you wouldn't have. All you got to do is count.
Well, I have no idea. You probably pay back triple.
$87,000.
Oh, okay.
Nearly 9 times. I mean, you got to be hard up to borrow money like that. I guess they send a bunch of Indians out to break your legs.
Probably some of them are hard in the heart. Much of it is that, but when you borrow money, a lot of times you borrow money from a financial institute, whether it be a bank, but mainly your loan companies. After you've made 4 or 5 payments, you just about have paid the principal back. And what you owe is the interest. And then when they come in there and they're late on payment, the loan companies will re-up their loan and give them maybe $100 or something like that. Then after doing that, all they're doing is borrowing their own money back and paying interest on it. And it's a very wicked system. Your check cashing places operate on about 300% interest. So you can't borrow your way out of debt. Let me try and see who's they're calling here.
It's your loan shark?
Huh?
Is it your loan shark?
It's my banker, I think.
Folks, if you get to needing any concrete, I know you're sitting around just waiting for the opportunity to buy some anyway. Let me recommend Dixie Concrete. They got all them septic tank field line systems. They've also got concrete, some of the finest concrete known to man, and it's so hard when it gets done setting up. So just make sure you put it where you want it, because it's there to stay. Dixie Concrete for all your concrete needs.
I found out it's called. I called that several times. Called that. OTV.
OTV.
Hey, Hazel over here.
Hello, Hazel.
Doing good.
Thank you for taking my call and letting me talk to the 2 smartest men in the county.
Well, they'll be here after a while. I think they come on next.
They come on next?
Yep.
Hey, we need to clean. I drove by Bob's the other day. We need another clean up down there.
Yeah, we do. I'm a thinking we need one up on
Clean up.
We need one up on Tennessee Avenue too.
Hey, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to come up and take my Max Stanfield sign down?
I don't know.
Hey, have you heard about the letter they're circulating? It's kind of like the 4X film, movie from 4 years ago. You guys, you and R.L. Henson and a bunch of you.
Yeah, we went a long ways to disprove that, didn't we?
They was bad on that one, and I think they brought the TBI in on this one because it had some gun threats in it. And
Another
there
one?
was so many misspellings, they traced it back to a retiree of the school system.
Is that around here?
That's that
What
was a dead giveaway when they couldn't spell anything.
what are you talking about?
A letter that's been circulating around town, supposedly written by Stanfield, but it's been traced back to a retired school teacher.
I bet I know who that is. He ain't running for office or anything, is he?
Hey, have you seen that? Have you seen that sign out here? We need Wayne Moore.
I know Wayne Moore.
Wayne Moore. We want Wayne Moore.
I know Wayne Moore.
I do too.
But they've been
I know his sister.
everybody's trying to figure out who the hell Wayne Moore is and what is he running for. I tell you what, politics here ought to be on. Well, we are on international TV.
Certainly are.
We're on UGTV. This is international network.
I can't sleep.
Television in the world.
I can't sleep worrying about getting the same fate that guy did out there in San Francisco, where it was, Los Angeles. They put him in jail without a trial because he made that there anti-Muslim trailer.
Well, the word on the street is that old Ahmadinejad, or whatever her name is, over in Iran, that weirdo runs Iran, that he's been watching your show in a very dedicated manner, trying to solve the problem of American culture.
Well, I'd say if he watches
what's going on over here in the real world.
If he watches this show, he'll understand it.
Well, what's happening down your way?
Well, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. It's pretty quiet. We learned our lesson. We keep our mouth shut. We get along just fine.
That's right.
Well, when they figure out how to take my Social Security away from me, I'll shut up.
Well, we're going to figure out a way to help them.
I got to ride around a little bit in Ken Yeager's district and yelled a few of his signs while I was out there on the highway. Put a little odor on them, make them smell better and that sort of thing.
What about Ron Bollier? We're going to take his signs down or leave him up till after the election?
Who's that?
That guy that was running in the primary, Ron Bahlia, Bollier.
Ron Soto.
I missed that one. Well, I'm going to vote for Virgil Good for president and James Higgins for senator to Washington. I thought I'd try to help out a few local boys. Some of them people need our vote. Gary Johnson's running around trying to say that a vote for him is not a wasted vote. But he's an ex-governor running as a libertarian. I think he's as much governmentalist as the rest of them.
Well, I promise you one thing, a vote for Bob Andrews for president is a wasted vote.
I ain't voting for Bob Andrews anymore. I vote for him for county mayor. And he got squeaked out. He got beat by a voter, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wasted that vote.
Yeah. Anyway, great show, guy.
Thank you.
Have a drink. Get a hold of
Appreciate you.
yourself. Start swinging from the chandelier. Get some action going.
Well, I'm sure we'll have to have a party up here after the election. We had a pretty good party last year. 4 years ago.
Well,
Right.
I came out
we gonna run some clips
government
from
church
that.
takeover of Halloween.
Yeah.
Now I'm in favor of it. What we're going to do, old Roger down there in Weirwood's been complaining about thousands of trick-or-treaters down there in their neighborhood. So what we're going to do, I've arranged for 10 school buses, pick up 5,000 students here at Trunk or Treat, home to Weirwood. So we're going to keep Weirwood up all night with about 5,000 children. They shouldn't be confined to Trunk or Treat. They need to be taught to get out and do some trick or treat. So we're going to teach them how to do real tricks, how to do real trick or treat.
It's getting so hard to find an outhouse to turn over anymore.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're going to have to do other stuff like poop and a poke and set it on fire and put it on Roger Bingham's porch and watch him come out and stalk it. Stuff like that. Take the lugs off the wheels and get them to chase you in their car.
Yeah. Take a wagon apart and put it on top of the barn.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So we're going to run 10 school buses, 5,000 kids down to Weirwood after Trunk or Treat closes down about dark. So we got to take these kids. We sit around and talk about things we used to do at Halloween, trick or treat, and 20, 30, 40 years from now, they're going to be sitting around. What'd you do on Halloween?
Yeah.
I went down to Trunk or Treat.
I went down to City Hall.
Got me a bag full of candy.
Yes, they went down to City Hall.
What did you do? Well, I went down to City Hall, got wine, got me a bag of candy. So, it ain't gonna be like us telling them wild stories about rotten eggs, moving toilets, and all that fun stuff. But anyway, you guys got a great show.
Well,
All right,
thank you, sir.
Keep it up, man.
See you.
See ya. Did that one give up?
Yeah, that can give up.
All right, we'll call back. We got a line open now.
Rainbow Restaurant is the place to go get breakfast. And there's a call, and then I'll tell you about
There it
Rainbow.
is, yeah.
Oh, if you got any toys for sale, to give, tell them, Rex. Oh, the TV.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Did you speak up?
talk a little louder if you want any business.
I said we're still looking for stuffed animals and toys. If anybody's got a couple generators we can borrow for the Christmas parade. And we're taking sign-ups for kids to ride on floating trucks. We'd like to have you and Bob and all the youngs on there.
I believe they'd start throwing candy back at us.
Well, they will me too. I got hit with it last year. I appreciate what you're trying to do, guys.
5666699.
Right.
That's where you get somebody to take all your toys and candy, whatever you want to donate.
Take them down, Bob, so we'll come by and pick them up.
Right.
That'll
Bring them
work
down to
for
my
me.
place.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Rainbow Restaurant, that's the place to go if you want good breakfast at a reasonable price. You can't beat it. Service,
With a smile.
taste, price. We got the whole shooting match.
Yeah, they got good grub down there. Got them there 99-cent bologna biscuits, and they'll fill you up. But if you're just a big eater, you can get one of them $2.99 breakfast juice and get a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you can.
I highly recommend it.
Right. You know,
Right up above the speed hump difference.
Well, we got a little interlude here between commercials and everything else. I want to add a little wisdom to a very dear friend of mine that I hope is listening. That's something I learned a long, long time ago. And that is that the boss may not always be right, but the boss is always the boss. And you have to remember that anytime you have a boss man or boss woman, that the boss may not be right, but the boss is always the boss.
Yeah, I'd like to second that. I don't know who we're talking to, but you better listen up.
You know, we've got a city election coming up here in a little bit, and I'm a little bit disappointed at the number of people that would choose to get involved in the city elections. When you start off with your mayor's race, you've got what, two people running. So you have a choice between Mike Stanfield and Wayne Kitts. Now Mike's not bothered to come down and talk to me. I've talked with Wayne on two occasions, which a lot of times people forget who their friends are and who has helped them. And I don't know whether they're ashamed or whether they just have a memory loss. But in my conversation with Wayne and what I already think I know about Mike, I'm going to give you my summary of this particular race. I asked Wayne Kitts, and I was very concerned about this situation, or I would not have asked him, but I asked him very directly. I said, Wayne, I said, the talk on the street is that if you are elected mayor, that you will appoint Cliff Jennings to some position, possibly on the utilities board. Wayne says, well, this was his answer, so I'm going to let you draw your conclusions. He said, well, I know Cliff, says I play golf with him sometimes, but says Cliff has not asked me to appoint him to anything. I said, well, Wayne, I'm sure that's a true statement. Now answer my question. I said, would you appoint Cliff Jennings to possibly the power board? He said, well, like I said, Cliff Jennings hadn't asked me to appoint him to anything. So I'm gonna let you decide whether or not Wayne answered the question or whether he was just leaving it open so he could say, well, I never said I wouldn't appoint him to the power board, which he never did say that he wouldn't. Then I asked him, I said, it's kind of out on the street that you might possibly bring David Young back as city administrator. He said, well, that would be political suicide. And I said, well, a lot of people commit suicide. That's what I told him. And so you just can't ever tell, we finally got Cliff and Bob Fannin more or less out of the picture. Now they're wanting to get back in the picture. And I don't think, my personal opinion, I don't think that would be good for the city. Now Mike definitely being a opposite, maybe not opposite, but he'd be diametrically opposed to appointing Cliff Jennings to anything, not even dog catcher, or hiring David Young for any position with the city. Whether that's good or not, I'm going to let you decide, but that more or less sums up my contact with the ones that are running for mayor. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I told Wayne. I said, Wayne, in a lot of areas, Mike just does not know what's going on. And I believe that. He has some people within his confidence that does know what's going on and perhaps are making those decisions. I said, I feel like you do know what's going on, talking to Wayne. And I said, frankly, I don't like what you have planned. I said, I don't like the fact that you took the rate making for the water department away from city council. I said, that just put it one step further removed from the people, and it's the people that really own the public utilities. And he said, well, what it really boiled down to, he said, that's the only way they can get more money with a rate increase. I said, yeah, I understand that. I said, you're losing money on your wastewater treatment operation. So instead of raising the wastewater treatment fee, I said, you raise the price of everybody's water throughout the county. I said, I don't necessarily agree with that. But yes, he was able, Wayne was, to take the rate making for the Lafayette Utilities Water Department away from the people and put it solely in the hands of the Lafayette Utilities Commission.
TV.
Hey.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good. Well,
You hear what Jerry Kidd's gonna do for you for Halloween?
Pardon?
You hear what Jerry Kidd's gonna do to you for Halloween?
There ain't no telling.
I ain't gonna tell if you didn't hear it.
We just want to come up there and see the ruins.
Yeah. Oh,
What?
we want to watch the fun.
Oh, he's gonna come up here?
Oh yeah, he's gonna come up and spook you.
He's going to get you for Halloween.
Well, that's cool. That's all right.
He said he didn't fool people that he didn't like. See now, he didn't fool people unless he liked them. So looks like you just sold that, buddy.
Yeah, I like him too. At least he's got to
Now
go
you may not feel that way on the 1st of November,
right.
Oh, keep an eye out. I got my cameras working up
but you
here.
better have your shotgun loaded.
I've got more than one gun load, believe me.
Well, that's good.
My wife's got one underneath her mattress, and there's several others that are ready to rock and roll. So, what I got on? Just you involved?
Yeah, sorry.
I can't see all my wife used all my megabytes or gigabytes or whatever bytes you call them, playing games. So I give you all yell.
Well, we appreciate you calling. You know, it's always good to get to talk to somebody that can inform us, because we ain't got no sense to get by our own. Just tell you the truth, we need all the help we can get.
Well, I don't either. You know, I'm done. You know,
Yeah, but you can talk to us and end up dumber.
Huh?
I said you can talk to us and end up even dumber.
Sometimes it don't hurt to get dummy down.
Now we must be on the
Sometimes you need to bring you back down to your the way you should act.
Well,
Now,
the only reason I run around Bob is the only fella I can find makes me look smart.
Uh-huh.
I said the only reason I run around Bob is the only fella I can find makes me look smart. And good looking.
I ain't gonna say no.
You are watching us, aren't you, Roger?
I have no comment on that.
Roger, you are watching us, aren't you?
No, sir. No,
you know,
sir.
You know,
like I said, my wife used my gigabytes or megabytes playing them games.
Hey, you know that Stevie Wonder sitting beside me.
It is.
Yeah.
Hello, Stevie.
Hello.
I remember the first concert he ever played up in Michigan, up in Detroit.
You know,
Or
what you have to do when you call us up, you have to do a little Stevie Wonder. When we say Oak TV, you can say, I just called to say I love you.
Hello. I'm gonna have to join the living here, looks like.
How's everything going?
Pretty good. Got both my eyes fixed. When you gonna get yours done?
Got the what fixed?
I got both my eyes fixed. When you gonna get yours done?
Well, like I was telling you before, they transferred. They say they had too many veterans down there at the Nashville Hospital, and so they transferred my records up there to Johnson City, and so I got to go to Johnson City now. And
you just love socialized medicine?
Yeah.
8th of January, so I got 3 months after I'm supposed to have surgery. I got to see my eye doctor in Johnson City.
Well, don't you really like socialized medicine?
Well, VA does pretty good, but they got a lot of patients. You know, VA really is one of the best hospitals to go to be honest with you.
Yeah, but that having to wait, that ain't good.
No, I don't. I had to drive the other night after dark, and that'd be the last time I drive after dark.
You know, you could call Dixie Concrete and have them pour you a barricade wall around your compound up there, kind of like the embassy in Benghazi, and to kind of take care of the Halloween situation.
I already got my bunker up here in my front yard.
You got your chocolate candy box yet?
No, not yet.
Well, I like chocolate now.
Yeah,
Don't get none out there. Don't get none of them old jelly beans. Get chocolate.
Oh yeah, especially Tootsie Rolls.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It gets some good candy, Roger, if I'm going to drive all the way up there.
Yeah. Is your toilet in the front or the back of the house?
Back.
Okay, we'll turn it over before we leave.
Right. Make sure you're not in
I've
it.
not got that one made up yet.
Hey, make sure you're not in it at about 10:30, 11
Yeah,
o'clock.
it might get shaky.
Yeah, after Veterans Day here, Bob, I'm going to be talking to you about one of them we was talking about before.
You better hurry. They're
I
going to all be gone.
guarantee I'm going to do what I was telling you before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be artistic and freedom of speech. So that nobody can do
Well,
that.
freedom of speech gets you in trouble around here, buddy.
Well, I don't
That's
care.
right. We're living proof of that.
Just barely, though.
Yeah, they don't come
Just
on
barely
the
living.
stage, and then we can just break it on down the line, take it all the way down to where it needs to go. It can go through several different people, See how friends like that, whoever wants to sue me, I don't care. Gonna bring it out, eh? Let's bring it out. Let's rock and roll. I sure ain't gonna waltz. So, but I was gonna say, if you care, I'd like to put the parade down there.
You like to do what?
Veterans Day parade.
The Veterans Day parade.
Uh-huh.
What about? Oh, you want to talk about it? We'll talk about it. Yeah, go ahead.
Tell us about it.
Well, the way it seems now, as many calls me and preachers been getting back, it's going to be about 2 to 3 times larger than it was last year. And there's going to be some military vehicles in there. And some Patriot riders have said that would be here.
What day?
It's on Sunday, November 11th.
Okay, November 11th on Sunday this year?
Yes, sir.
Well, that worked out good.
Oh, yeah, it worked out perfect. Well, see, we're going to change the schedule. I hate to, but last year we had to do it during the middle of the day, and I'm glad there wasn't a lot of people show up.
Now,
We had a pretty good crowd, but it's been a mess downtown.
What I'm going to do, we've got a tandem wheel brush that we want to put in that parade, And
That,
we just have time enough to make it a half track between now and November the 11th.
well, you're more than welcome to. Well, I hope it helps bring the community together. You know what I mean? Maybe people can see people they've not seen 10, 15 years, and they'll say hey to them. They'll get reacquainted.
Well, you know, if we're not careful, we will have more military equipment in that parade than Obama will have in our army.
Well, they got stuff in the army you wouldn't believe I don't know of, and nobody knows of, that can take the place of 10 fighters and use a whole lot less fuel. So, you know, it's
You know, the Navy's about
different war and different circumstances and better technology.
the Navy is supposed to replace their cannons in 2 years. They'll
Sure,
use
they're
lasers.
going to get rid of the helicopters.
They'll use lasers.
Lasers?
Yep.
Well, you only have to have somebody operate them. They'll just
Yep, they claim they can shoot one of them. The price will turn the light on. It costs as much as $1 million to send off one of them rockets.
Yeah, I like them ones they showed on TV where it shows different colored lights, and it kind of warps the person's mind there for a few minutes.
And they've got these
Now,
gonna burn holes and things.
Obama's got it figured out. He can do away with all the cannons. He can install the threat of lasers, and then he can walk over there and hit those Muslims in the head with a wet noodle, and they will give up.
Yeah, I know that didn't just that didn't set too good to me when we went over there and didn't go to Israel. You know, that just like smacking their face. You know, so I don't want to get on politics. You know,
Me too.
everybody knows how I feel. You know, they promise you a lot when they go in. When they get in, it's what they can do for each other. You vote for me on this, I'll vote for this on you. You know.
I learned a lot 4 years ago.
I did too. I sure did too. Now there's a couple of them down there. You know, they're not in my district, but I vote for in a heartbeat. You know, they sure are. You know, there's some that stand up.
My biggest problem is you can't vote against somebody without voting for somebody.
Yeah, but I don't want to mention no names. You know, it's just I put it like this: next term there's not going to be too many signs in my yard. Believe me. But yeah, getting back to Veterans Parade, it's going to whoever's going to participate needs to be across in the Wallace Hospital at 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30 at the latest. So we get lined up, and then it'll kick off at 2:30 and wind down through town and go down to West Beach, and then it just take from right there because of all the vehicles that's supposed to be there. They can't navigate Beach Street, so they'll just keep going straight. And we go, like I said, we've got. I hope everybody shows up that promise. We should have an excellent turnout, and everybody, like I said, is invited. And I won't say this especially to the parents or the wives or the kids of parents that have been killed in the military. And if they would, just write their family member's name on a piece of cardboard, whatever they want to, and put in memory of. And we'll put them right up there with us because they're special to us. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. You know, no matter what branch of service that you serve in. And we're all brothers and sisters. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. It's all services are a family. And like that Marines in it too. There's a back there in class 45 that meant for them England would have fell, you know. But right down and them to have them be back there with us because they help keep this country free too. And they've not been recognized as much as they should be. And all veterans are welcome. And then behind the veterans, we're going to have let's see, probably the motorcycles first. Yeah, we have motorcycles first, and then from there, it'd be businesses and churches. There's been several churches called that.
Roger, you're fading out. Talk a little louder.
I said there's been several churches that asked to be in it, and so it'd be the troops, and then the motorcycles, and then hopefully we get some Shriners in there. I thought the gentleman today, y'all know, and he's going to try to help get some Shriners in there.
Well, just call us back before the thing starts and remind us about everything.
Yeah, do that. We got another call coming in.
Okay, but all businesses are welcome to be in it, and car clubs, and everybody come down and put the volunteer out and have a good time.
Okay.
And
Appreciate you.
Well, appreciate y'all too, and we'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Hello, TV.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, that's a misnomer.
Hey, let's have some fun, fellas. Let me show you a scenario on this city election thing. What if Kitts got elected mayor, and of course Fannin got elected to county city commission? They have to decide, or they have to pick a vice mayor. Okay? Now this is just a scenario as to how things, you know how things go in La Follette and other places. Let's say that Kitts got elected, and so did Bob, and Bob got appointed vice mayor, then Kitts resigns. Now who would be the mayor?
I don't think we'd have one, would we?
Yeah, you see, wouldn't that make, if this happened, and then you'd have a vacant seat to be appointed, that you could appoint whoever you wanted to be on the city council.
Yeah.
Huh?
Bob, you might get on there yet.
Sure, I might get a position yet.
Wouldn't that be something?
I reckon it would. It'd be almost a miracle.
Well, anyhow, you know, I would love for some of these people running for office, certain ones especially, to come on and answer some questions. Mr. Kitts, I'd like to see him to come on and answer some. Since he plays golf with
We got a
Cliff.
standing invitation to all them our candidates to come on and enlighten us.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath, because I don't believe you're going to be seeing many of them. But anyhow, gentlemen, I thought that would have be an interesting situation. It would take a little while to make it work, but the key thing is Kitts would have to get elected before it would work. But anyhow, I'm just thinking of possibilities. Fellas, I don't know, there's plenty of things to discuss, but I don't think it makes much difference anymore.
I believe you're right.
You know, Bob, you was talking about our situation on the national level. The way I see
and it's not going to happen. This is plumb out of the question. But the problems are going to have to be solved at the bottom, down here at the lower level, and work our way up. And the only way that this is going to be done is we're going to have to change the rules to, the way it is right now. The state draws up and tells the county what to do. The county tells the citizens what to do. Instead of the other way around, the citizens don't have no say-so in governing anymore. All we do is we go out here and we have an election.
And don't forget what else we do.
Well, we pay the bills.
We definitely pay the bills. And most people don't ask themselves the question of who needs who worse. Does the government need the citizens, or does the citizens need the government worse? Now, I know each needs the other, but the government would not exist without the taxpayers out here paying the bills and making the lights burn and whatever else.
Well, you know, let me mention something to you. In my talking with Wayne Kitts, Wayne did admit that, and this was really known anyhow, that they're spending it faster than it's coming in.
Well, is he not part of that? In everything that they spend on, and he part of what has to vote for it?
Well, like I say, no, they're spending. It's being spent under Mike's leadership, supposedly, but Wayne and them are the ones that spend it just as fast as they can turn it loose on something, you know, from fancy roofs on libraries to all sorts of things, walking trails, you know, everything, you know, like everything that we need.
Well, if we don't change the way we're doing things, we go deeper in debt, especially in the county. If we don't change the thing, I don't see no way out of it. I mean, eventually, at the rate we go, we'll be bankrupt. We probably already are, as a matter of fact. But if we continue,
I think the county is.
Well, I'm going to say the county is bankrupt. If they don't, first of all, we're going to have a financial oversight committee, and if we do not go that route, we'll never know where the money is being spent. And it's that little money that's eating us alive, where they're spending $10,000, $15,000 here and there, and whatever is what's eating us alive. And anyhow, gentlemen, I appreciate your time and whatever, and maybe some of the citizens could give us an enlightenment.
We'll see you Halloween night.
There you go. Come on, boys, bring it on. Hey, you know, it's amazing. I wonder how many young'uns right now know how to chunk a rock.
I know where there's a porta potty.
Okay, yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Make sure you're not in it about 10:30.
No, that would serve for the same purpose. Just go ahead and roll them over. It don't hurt.
Right.
Fellas, we'll talk to you later. Appreciate your time.
See you.
See ya. Hug TV.
Hey, now.
Hey.
What you up to, bud?
We just sitting around here getting ready to go home.
Hey, I've heard that they was gonna put
What did you say? I didn't understand you.
a red light up there in front of Campbell County High School.
Well, you know, that's a possibility. You know, I always thought that they ought to have a back exit out of there and to release some of those buses that would come out down on Toe String Road rather than dumping them all into the main thoroughfare there.
Yeah, exactly.
They could do that crossing the railroad, couldn't they?
Yeah, they can do that without crossing the railroad. Sure can. And
You know, they put one down there in front of Caribou Elementary School.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I would think that'd be because you know what they did. They built 3 big schools right on the main thoroughfare, and they dump them all right out there at the same time of day, and they take in at the same time of day.
Yeah.
So it's hopeless.
They got a strange way of planning roads in this place anyway.
You ain't kidding, buddy.
You're talking to us and television both, ain't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the sound of that one guy back there.
You guys up. I'll get off here and let you get. I gotta get home.
Thank you. If we hear anything like that, we'll let you know. I don't know if it's done right. It might be all right, but who knows what they'll do. They'll manage to screw it up.
And there's no telling.
Yeah. One more thing. Napa Auto Parts.
Napa Auto Parts is the place to go if you need the lining for your brakes, or if you need pads for your brakes, or if you need some antifreeze. Now the cold weather's coming, and Napa has ordered a bunch of antifreeze and will sell it to you at last year's prices, and so most people will buy it in cheap and sell it high, but they're buying it cheap and selling it cheap. They're going down.
Oh, we bought it high and sold it cheap.
Yeah, well, here in the Campbell County, the optic is to buy high and sell low. So we hope that's not true of Napa. Napa will buy reasonable and sell reasonable.
We have a candidate available. Come on.
Yeah, we do. You come on over here, lady. Right. How are you? I'm Bob.
I'm Mary.
Bob. Now, this is Mary. Your last name?
Hedrick.
Hedrick. Mary Hedrick. And Mary Hedrick is running for office here, and we're going to let you tell us all about yourself right here, okay?
No. I don't want to take out the spotlight.
Mary, it's good to have you here.
Well, thank you, Bob.
And we have a few viewers on here that I think will find what you have to say as being interesting. And so you just go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the Democratic candidate for the 3rd Congressional District.
Okay.
Running against Chuck Fleischman, who is my Republican opponent.
Right.
And I live in Union County. I'm a medical...
Across the lake over here.
I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Live on the lake in Cane Seed Hollow.
Right. Okay.
So, good fishing. It's the point where people go all the time when they have a fishing rodeo. So I'm a medical doctor.
Okay.
And practiced for 30 years. And before that, I was a computer analyst out at ORNL at Oak Ridge.
Okay.
And then before that, I was a school teacher.
Okay.
And in the midst of that, raised 2 boys.
I was a school teacher also.
I know. It makes me sound fickle, but I am 63 years old. So, they say now that people will have 3, 4, 5 occupations through their lifetime. More than one career.
Right now, you got to have 3 or 4 occupations just to make a living.
At the same time, yeah. That's partly why I've run for office. I had a lot of patients who were having to work 2 jobs, and their wife would work the job that provided the health insurance, and the husband would work 2 jobs to try to provide the mortgage money and the grocery money, and it just didn't seem like that's the way it ought to be.
Right. Yeah, I understand that. I've reared a real large family over these past few years, and I'm well familiar with that.
How many?
7.
Wow, that is a big family. I just did 2.
5 of them through college.
Wow, that's a lot. That's
right. Still got one that's married and wanting to go, so I guess I'll be a part of that also.
Yeah. That's a good investment.
That'd be 6 out of 7.
Yeah. College is a good investment. It teaches you how to learn the rest of your life and make all those occupation changes we talked about.
Sure. Well, what do you think you could bring to the 1st District that needs to be bought and done in the 1st District?
Well, I grew up in a blue-collar setting. My dad worked at factory, Firestone Tire and Rubber, and my mother stuck plants in a greenhouse. And I came out of that background with my brother and I, and we really grew up, I think, to experience the American dream. Public education that was good, and I was able to go to college on a scholarship, and then, as you know, our tax dollars helped fund our University of Tennessee, and I went both to Knoxville as well as Memphis. So I feel like I've been the beneficiary of really, fine government societal situation that we have, and that's not available for our young people nowadays. See our jobs going overseas, and see some real misconduct by the financiers and the big bankers who are taking people's pension funds money and taking their houses and really misbehaving. So it's seeing what was happening to my patients and worrying about what was ahead for all of our children and grandchildren that led me to run. I was losing a lot of sleep worrying about the situation.
Right. So your vision is more or less along those lines of what's going to come in the future.
It is. I'd like to look beyond just a 2-year election cycle, and so many of the decisions that folks seem to be making are being made so that they won't drive away their voters, and that just seems
Right.
pretty dreadful.
What?
Well, thank you
We
for
gotta
letting me
go.
interrupt you.
Okay.
Well, it's
Well,
nice
Mary,
to
it's
meet
so
you.
nice to have you. This is Mary Hadrick, candidate in the 1st District for the
Third.
District, for the United States House of Representatives, run against Chuck Fleshman.
Yep.
And we hope, if you have time, we'd love to have you back next weekend, next
you.
Wednesday night.
Thank
Okay?
That's
Like
the night we charge.
Right, yeah.
We
No,
talking
you're welcome.
batteries?